Welcome to the Granny Square series. This week we're going to be making this cute square here. It's got popcorns and puff stitches in it. I'm going to pop it here next to these two flower patches on my moonstone blanket. So I'm going to be making the demo square in moonstone from the Stone Wash range, and I'll be using a 4mm hook. So to begin, I'm going to make a double magic circle using a 4mm hook and chain 1. So for round 1, we're going to make 4 puff stitches. That's using 3 loops on each puff stitch, and we'll have a chain 4 space between each stitch. So to make the first puff stitch, we're going to pull that chain up to the height of a US double UK treble. We'll yarn over, go into the magic circle, pull through. That's once. Yarn over, go in, pull through. That's twice. Yarn over, go in, pull through 3 times. And then we yarn over and pull through all those loops. Yeah, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then we're going to repeat the same thing. So we're going to make another puff stitch using 3 loops and then chain 4, and we'll make 4 all together. So we're going to make 3 more, and then we'll tighten the circle together. So I'm going to whiz ahead. You can press pause if you're making along. So I'm just making my last stitch. Oops, let's pull that through. So I've got 4 stitches now. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to tighten the circle. So we're going to pull the tail just a little bit to see which loop tightens first. And then we'll tighten that loop up. All the way. Yeah, so there's no hole, and then we tighten the tail. We're then going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch to finish the round, and then slip stitch into the chain space. And that's how your work should look at the end of round 1. So for round 2, we're going to swap 2 popcorn stitches. So we're going to chain 2 actually. Yeah, I'm going to chain 2, and then we're going to make 4 US doubles, UK trebles. After you've made your 4 stitches, make a big loop, pull the hook out and go into the top of the first stitch. We're then going to take hold of the yarn and pull that through, and we can then pinch that tight. We're going to chain 4. And we're going to make another popcorn stitch into that corner using 4 stitches again, US doubles, UK trebles. Same as before, we're going to pull the loop. Let me just grab a bit more slack on my yarn. We then go into the first stitch, grab hold of the yarn and pull through, pinch tight. Yeah, we're then going to chain 1 and hop over to the next corner. So we're going to repeat. We're going to make a popcorn stitch, chain 4, another popcorn stitch, chain 1, and then hop across to the next corner. Yeah, so I'm gonna whiz along. You can press pause if you're making along, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So after your last stitch, we chain one, and then we're just gonna hop across. So we're gonna slip stitch into the first popcorn stitch you made. Oops, there we go. And then slip stitch into the corner. And that's how it should look at the end of round 2. So for round 3, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to chain 2, 3, and 4, yeah, all together. And we're going to make 3 US doubles, UK trebles. We're going to chain 1, and then into that chain 1 space we made, we're going to make a puff stitch, a 3 loop puff stitch, yeah. So yarn over once, remember to pull up, and 3 times. So we're going to yarn over, pull through all of those loops, chain 1, and we're back to the corner. So we're going to make 3 stitches, US doubles, UK trebles, like a granny square. Chain 1, and 3 more stitches. After 3 stitches, chain 1, and we're back to the chain 1 space. So we're going to make another puff stitch. So that's our repeat, yeah. Granny stitches in the corner with a chain 1 space, and then chain 1, and puff stitches along the edge. And when we get back to the start, we can finish that corner off together. So you can press pause if you're making along with me, and I'm going to zoom ahead to the end of the round. So after your last puff stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to hop across to the corner, and we're going to make 3 stitches in there to finish that corner off. I'm not going to include that chain space as a stitch. So 1, you can if you want. Yeah. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the first chain we made to finish. And that's how it should look at the end of round 3. So for round 4, it's just a granny square round. So we're going to start with chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make 3 stitches into that corner, US doubles, UK trebles. Oops. After you've made 3 stitches, hop across to the next chain. Yeah, it is a chain 1 space, isn't it? So we make 3 stitches in there. Remember, it's all US doubles, UK trebles this round. Then we hop across to the next chain 1 space. We make 3 more stitches. You get some slack. That's 2 and 3. And then we hop across to the next corner. So we make 3 stitches. We then chain 2, 1, 2, and make 3 more stitches into the corner. and that's our repeat. So we're going to keep going along, making 3 stitches, chain 2 in the corners, and I'll meet you at the end and we can finish off that corner, the first corner together. Yeah, so you can press pause if you're making along. So when we get back to the first corner, we're going to just make 3 stitches into that corner of round 3 to finish up. If you want to, you can use that chain as a stitch, but I'm not going to. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the chain space to finish, and there we go. There's our square. There it is in the moonstone, and there it is in the, what colour is this? This is mushroom from the Stylecraft Special DK range. It's quite nice. So I'll see you in the next video.